You are watching this video because you are about to quit trading or you're thinking about it. And I can understand why. You've probably spent a ton of time, effort and money on trading, analyzing the charts, buying courses, studying YouTube videos, and still there's nothing to show for, maybe except a bleeding red account. So this is why in today's video, I want to share with you my own trading journey, how I got started, why I got started, my darkest moments in trading, the lessons that I've learned, and how I turn things around. And hopefully what I'm sharing in this video, it inspires you and gives you ideas on how you can implement on your path to becoming a profitable trader. So let's go. When I was 20 years old, I read this book called Buffettology. Basically, the book explains how the world's best investor, Warren Buffett, selects companies to invest in. So I was really fascinated by how a man could accumulate so much wealth, so much money just by picking the right stocks. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So after reading the book, I became a value investor. So I remember the first stock that I bought is called Sembcorp Marine, right? It was during the 2009, right? The market is recovering after the financial crisis. And I thought this stock, the fundamentals were good. So I bought Sembcorp Marine at $3.28. And I told myself, man, I'm going to hold this stock till forever, just like Warren Buffett. 5 days later, I sold the stock, right? Because the market went against me, right? So as you can see, I'm clearly quite a chicken, right? So not about to give up just yet because the market is entering a bull market, right? I knew that I had to get back into this game. So I did more research and buy even more companies with margin, right? So this time around, I bought stocks like, Noble Group, Sembcorp Marine, Keppel Land, and I invested about $20,000 of my capital. And after 2 months, I was up almost $10,000. Can you imagine the joy that I had? Right? Man, so this is how it's done, right? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? So I was feeling really, really good about myself, right? Even my broker commented that, wow, man, Rayner, you really have the Midas touch, right? Whatever stocks that you buy, right? Oh, move up higher. So yeah, I felt really confident and really good about myself. After all, it's like $10,000 in a matter of, couple of months. Then 2 weeks later, my unrealized profits of $10,000, poof, went up in smoke. It got vaporized. Why is that? It's because the euro debt crisis hit the markets. There's a lot of panic, a lot of fear in the markets. All the stocks that I've bought, right, reversed all against me. So all my open profits, right, is gone. And it started to, even dig into my initial capital outlay. So one moment I was feeling like Rocky Balboa, the champion boxer. And the next moment I felt like Luke Skywalker, right, who realized that Darth Vader is his father. Anyway, at that point in time, I felt really stupid. I felt really horrible. I felt really bitter because, the $10,000 meant the world to me. It's like, multiple months of salary just gone in a matter of weeks. So eventually, I had to sell all of my positions because the pain was too much to bear. I lost all my open profits, and now it's starting to, dig into my initial capital. Then I started reflecting and asking myself, what did I do wrong? And I realized that I didn't have a plan for exits. So I started Googling on how to better exit your stocks, right, and stuff like that. And when you Google such thing long enough, that's where you realize there's something called trading. And that's pretty much how I got started or came about to know trading. So after my failure as an investor, I thought that maybe trading would better suit me. So this is where I, started to learn all I can about trading. I spent anywhere like 8 to 10 hours a day learning about trading the financial markets, what is a stop loss, risk management strategies, and whatnot. And I think, why would I want to invest in a stock for years when I can make money as a trader within minutes, right? So that made a lot of sense to me. So at that point in time, I thought that trading wasn't that difficult. All I need is a trading strategy that works, and I could even find such trading strategies on forums for free. So one of the first trading strategy that I came across was taught by a guru. He taught me a Bollinger Band trading strategy, and he said something along the lines of, hey Rayner, it's very simple. Just wait for the price to come towards the lower Bollinger Band, you buy. When it goes up higher, you sell at this upper Bollinger Band. Rinse, repeat, boom, you're done. So I thought that was it. It's as simple as it is. But when I tried it myself, right, trading this trading strategy for a number of weeks, I realized that, my losses seems larger than my winners, and I seem to be losing pretty often. And that's where I kind of conclude, okay, maybe this isn't working out. Let me move on into something else. Maybe this trading strategy is too simple. I need something more complicated, right? So that's where I move on into a different trading methodology, right, called harmonic trading, harmonic patterns, right? I spent like a good 6 months, right, learning how to draw harmonic patterns, and it looks something like this. Okay, so basically you would use a cluster of Fibonacci ratios and extension, right, to identify where the market might reverse. They have names like the bat pattern, the crab, the gully, etc. And again, I tried this trading methodology, and after a number of weeks, again, I was still in the red, and I kind of like conclude, this doesn't seem to be working out as well. And the cold hard truth is this, It is that after a number of years, the reality is that I was still a losing trader despite learning so many different strategies, techniques about trading. I was still a losing trader. No denying about it. From indicators to patterns, just name it, I would probably have tried it. During this period, I actually incurred a drawdown of 50% right of my trading account. So you can imagine someone who spent years, 8-10 hours a day learning about trading, and after a few years, the only thing that he can show is that he has lost 50% of his money. And this is actually how your trading would look like, right, when you don't have an edge in the markets, where some months you could make money and then some months you lose it all, right, and you go back being in the red. So this is the cycle that I was trapped in, and this actually had to be one of my darkest days in trading, because the results just stared right in my face, right? I followed my trading plan religiously, I have proper risk management, but still it wasn't enough. I asked myself countless times, what must I do to become a profitable trader? I followed, what all the textbooks says, but still it's not enough. And I even doubted myself, will I really make it as a trader? And you know what's the funny thing? I graduated with first class honors, by the way, right? So this shows that I'm someone who can actually study. But even with a first class honors degree, it wasn't enough to make me a profitable trader. So I guess the saying is true, right? Is that, you can be a smart guy, high IQ, but it doesn't mean that you will succeed as a trader. And I can vouch for that. So at this point, I think most traders, they would, throw in the towel and give up. I mean, who would spend hours, lots of time, money and effort, right, only to lose even more money than he started with? So funnily, right, the stubborn me just refused to give up. I do not know why, I just refused to give up, right, always believing that I'm always one step closer. Now, during this period, there is actually one quote, right, that kept playing in my head that helped me to, keep moving forward, and it's this, right? There is no such thing as failure, only feedback. Let me repeat once again, right? There is no such thing as failure, only feedback. And if you think about this, right, failure would only occur if I give up. If I don't give up, then whatever that I've encountered so far, they're just simply feedback that tells me what works and what doesn't work. And clearly I know that there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. So after years of trying out different trading strategies, techniques, patterns, and whatnot, I have a good idea of what works and what doesn't. So at the same time, right, I also started to learn more about myself as a trader. What are the things that I gravitate towards, and what are the things that I shun against? And I realized a few things about myself. Is that number one, I want to be in the markets when the market is trending strongly. Number two, I wanted a trading methodology which is more systematic with less room for discretion. Number three, right, I can accept being wrong most of the time. And number four, I am patient, I am disciplined. So these are the few things that I realized about myself. And just when, I did this reflection, right, I guess, when a student is ready, the teacher appears, right? That's where I chance upon this trading methodology called trend following. So initially, my impression of trend following is just trade with the trend. But as I dig deeper, as I read more, as I study more, I realized that trend following is much more than that. So if you want to be a trend follower, I'm going to share with you 5 principles, right, that you must embrace, right? And if you can do that, right, there's a good chance you will be a successful trend follower. Number one, follow the price. This means if the market is trending up higher, look for buying opportunities. Don't try to be a counter trend trader. Likewise, if the market is trending down lower in the downtrend, look for selling opportunities, right? So that's the first principle, follow the price. Second principle is risk management, right? So let's face it, right, you will be wrong often, many times, right? But you want to make sure that when you are wrong, when the market moves against you, right, your losses are contained, usually not more than 1% of your account. So that's number 2, risk management. Number 3 is this. You want to trade many markets. And the reason is simple. Let me ask you, if you want to get your wife pregnant, are you going to shoot once a month or 30 times a month? I think for all you guys out there, say, more the merrier, right? And the answer is right, exactly. You want to shoot as much as possible, right, to get your wife pregnant. And it's the same thing for trend followers. If you want to capture trends in the market, do you want to be trading one market or 30 markets? Of course, you want to be trading more markets because it increases your odds of capturing a trend. So the third thing is to trade as many markets as possible. Number 4, you want to have a trailing stop loss. This means that you don't want to have a predefined target ahead of time because you have no idea how high or low the trend can go. So this is why you would just want to trail a stop loss and ride the move, right, till it ends. And finally, number 5, as a trend follower, you want to ignore the news, right? Because everything that you know is embedded in the price. This means the news could be bearish, but if there's a signal to go along as a trend follower, you would go along, right? So those are the 5 principles of trend following. So using those principles in mind, right, I actually developed a trend following strategy for myself. And guess what? Within 6 months, I made everything back and more, right? It felt really good, right, to see that my account, right, which was in the red for years, finally back in the green. I was like, yes, you are in the money, baby, finally, right? It's like, It's like your dreams, right? Just coming to fruition after many years of trial and error effort, right? And finally, you have something tangible that reflects that effort. Now, it wasn't life-changing money, but it was a game changer for me because it gave me the confidence that I can do it. I can do this. I can be a profitable trader. I can be the top 5% of trader out there. So with that confidence, right, I then scale up my trading business over time. And today, right, I trade multiple trading strategies across multiple markets. But if you ask me, trend following holds a special place in my heart. I still trade a variation of this trading strategy today, okay? And this is, in fact, the trading methodology, right, that brought me out of the red and into the green. So if you are struggling to become a profitable trader, perhaps you're still losing month after month, year after year, or you are break even for the longest time, I want to tell you that it can be done. Yes, the journey is tough, the obstacles are huge, and the heat is on. But the reward is worth it. And I believe you can do it. So go for it!